This is still the blog on Cool TV, and we'll go right into the real piece. I don't have time for singing or anything like that.
News.
No, please, do they speak like this? Didn't you hear my intonation?
If I were you, Titi, I'll take that as a personal insult.
Imagine.
She just actually attacked your, your
No, but I basically asked her if she's reading news, because that's the tone she has.
No, you actually branded as a brand you use, and that's quite offensive.
Okay, this is CNN News. Are you better? Do you feel better now?
I prefer Cool TV, please.
No,
because
I prefer Nigerian Info. Is this Nigerian Info?
Wow.
Which I
this
listened
is
to
actually
Nigerian Info
happening.
this morning. Interesting.
Good.
Good job, Ayo Thompson, correspondent. Nigeria.
I would have liked to hear Ayo's voice more, but you know.
You listened at the wrong time.
Oh, wow. Okay, you guys are like 10 there together. Okay, let's proceed. This is it's time for the real piece, you know.
Please.
Precious on... I didn't do the real
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Precious.
It's time for the real piece.
You cannot deprive us of this.
You can't beat them, join them. Precious on Nigerian youth in diaspora.
Precious.
This is pressure. Yeah, you don't say pressure. No,
I had pressure.
Pressure.
Yeah,
It's
come
pressure.
on. You have to...
Pressure.
It's pressure.
Under pressure.
Pressure, you know.
Pressure.
Oh. No, but this is a real piece. This is a serious time. This is still from Tamuno. That's the same guy that gave us our real piece of
Cookie
yesterday.
Gambo.
Yeah,
Y'all having
he sent two different stories, actually.
Why y'all having something?
No.
They gotta be
like
starting
his
something.
No,
they
they're-
gotta be starting something. They gotta be starting something. They gotta be starting something.
You guys, this is our floor manager right now. Okay. So as I said earlier, this is still from Tamuno Cookie Gam, one of our Nigerians in diaspora. And he said, it's sad when some people I know ask me for money all the time, when I'm in Nigeria, even when I'm abroad, when they join Facebook. Some believe that being abroad, even as a student, is synonymous with money.
True.
Many Nigerians also falsely believe that the Western world is astronomically better than Nigeria, and once abroad, all your problems suddenly vanishes into thin air. Well, Tamuno, we can't deny the fact that some countries have better working economy than ours. Well, it doesn't mean than others. It doesn't mean that we're saying it's right to ask you for money. Anyway, this is one of our...
Titi has asked people for money.
No, I haven't. No, never. This is not one of our Friday how-to-do articles, but what are the best ways to deal with demands on you by virtue of being situated abroad?
How to deal with the man that you are.
How to do article.
How to article? Is it
Just
how
say
to
no.
Just say
No, I don't have money. Oh, you're lying. I say I don't have money.
I don't want to speak that
money,
to my life if I have money, but I don't have money
For you.
For you right now. Just saying.
I think this is a very, 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 very important thing to talk about, because it is very annoying. I understand why they say that even if you're going there as a secondary school student, you start getting calls and, the one I wear is when you're wearing something, sister, I like this your outfit, or when will you buy my own, or when will you send me my own? It is so annoying. So I think it's good that we're talking about this. And I think one of the ways to handle this is to be real with them and tell them that it's not, it's not as glossy as it looks. You cannot prevent me from sharing pictures. I mean, I hustled to get there. I must shine.
I remember one year, the first time I came home, and a friend of mine was like, I'm going to come ransack your wardrobe. I thought she was kidding. She actually literally was going through stuff. And I was like, you're kidding, right?
Well, could it be because clothes are cheaper than this?
It doesn't justify it.
Yeah, exactly.
But the money aspect, it certainly happens. When I was in college, I had people, I'll never forget this boy that asked me for Timberland boots.
He
wanted
you
even
to buy it
specified, like, get me these boots. I
think it was the 5 ones they were buying here. They're actually not cheap.
So I'll now get the boots and I'll now ship them to you. Like, I didn't understand the logic behind it. People do it all the time, asking. I mean, it would take a lot for me to say, maybe ask someone I'm close to, but let it be someone you have that relationship with. Don't just ask random folks because somebody's abroad. The hustle is really real abroad, I'm telling you. If anything, and I've said this many times, if anything, you're home here in the luxury of, you're going home to your family, you're not paying bills, and you want to bug a student. Like, the hustle is really, really real abroad. Unless maybe, which I don't think that was the case for a lot of people, your father just has some money stashed in an account and you just have money to blow. Even at that, parents don't do that.
Even Davido will have an issue with that. But another thing with that is that And when you say the UK, abroad, you know, living abroad is really hard. It's difficult to get runs, guys. Even if you wanted to be a runs girl to get money, it's difficult. How are you going to get a sugar daddy?
It shows you're not like that sharp or smart in getting them, because black American girls be buying some serious cars.
They come to
with
Nigeria
international
to get the sugar.
International guy.
Why do you think Kenya Moore
going after
came to Nigeria?
Kenya Moore came to Africa now
to get an African prince.
No, I think if you just, you know, find the right connect, you can get some sugar daddies.
Trust me, that you don't have the right connect does not mean they're not there.
Let me tell you something, it's not the same as Nigeria. All I need to do is to walk out this street at a young sharply, 2 minutes, I'm rich. There you will stand outside in the cold. So when you make that money in the cold and all that, you don't want someone to come and send me Timberland boots. I'm like, are you kidding?
But you know what I think the best answer is? I think what you should ask people most times when they ask you for money is, okay, what do you think, that I will travel out and money is waiting for me at the airport or what? Because it's the truth. It doesn't make any sense. Why do you think that because I just went there, suddenly money is flowing everywhere? Don't you think there are poor people there as well?
Especially what I think is that I feel that you don't even need to explain to people, because no matter how much you explain, they will feel that all this, you're just saying story. That after all, you had money to enter plane, you had money for visa, and then you are there, you are chilling, you are obviously not suffering because you are there, shining picture on, taking picture on Instagram and doing peace, hanging out in so place, having a coffee, even though coffee is like, what, $1 or some random money like that. So they think you're balling, you know? So I think it's just tell people no.
I think this is also why...
I can't afford your issue right now, sorry.
When people complain that and thank God I don't have that kind of family, thank you, Lord. But when people complain that their family members go and they forget them, or their friends go and they forget them, I think it's because of issues like this. Because when you're putting a lot of pressure on people to send money to you and such, eventually somebody will back off. Because I'm already dealing with how I'm going to pay my bills. I make it through school. Do you know tuition? Tuition in America is super... I don't know of the UK. It's like too expensive. Even if you go, even if you're in state, it's still a whole lot of money. But so people have things to worry about.
Even for those that ask money from those in Nigeria, not even people abroad now, it's still very annoying, because most times they'll say, oh, you bought a new car, you're working in this place, suddenly you have money. People need to understand that you have money to take care of yourself does not mean you have enough to take care of somebody else.
Yes.
And then you have other things you're dealing with.
Your priorities.
Meanwhile, it's nobody's job to take care of you.
If somebody starts working somewhere and then afterward, person buys a new car, I think that's the worst time to even ask person for money. Because the person must have been saving like half their salary since to buy that car.
Do you know, I also blame the media as well? Because, you know, initially, the only thing people saw about America and the UK was beautiful things, you know, the luxury. I didn't know there were slums in America or the UK. I didn't know that, because the only thing you saw on TV are we thought that the wore jackets were so cool, and you'd be wearing jackets in the heat, not knowing that because it's really cold out there. That's why they wear jackets. So you see things there, and the media sells you a false story. So you expect that when you get there, everybody is rich in America. Everybody is rich.
But they do have a working economy. We have to accept that. Even as a poor man, at least food is cheap.
But guess what? But there are people living on the streets. There are people who go to bed hungry. There are people who die of poverty.
There are people that want to die of poverty because they've just been destined to.
The opportunities are more. I get that.
But
it's all relative, because if some of us came back home to look for a low Nigerian dream, just saying. But I mean, abroad, yes, you're right. The opportunities do seem to be more. But okay, I'm a foreigner moving to another country. Things are going to snap in place just like that. No, there's going to be years of you being there and things.
And as a black person, you hustle.
To even be able to work and all, there's already discrimination, and then you're African. You know what I mean? So people need to really calm down.
When he first started, he was working scrubbing toilets. Then he used to work nights in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Then daytime he was working in a restaurant. He had he felt he was working around the clock. But people felt he was boring, and he'd just be laughing like, if people know how much I'm suffering here. I think I should have even stayed in Nigeria and I would have just suffered there.
The only difference is that when you work, you actually do see the money. Do you understand? So it's as much. So all the work he was doing, he would probably come on holiday to Nigeria and ball because he would have saved pounds and pounds or dollars and dollars.
And that's if he wasn't on some credit card.
Yes, exactly. That's another thing. Yeah. You know, Nigerians are rich. I'm telling you that they are.
As a Nigerian that is not rich, we have to. If you're a cleaner in Nigeria, you'll be earning minimum wage. Most of them 18,000. I mean, police officers we still have those earning minimum wage. It doesn't make any sense. You can't use the money to do anything. I mean, the other day in Good Morning Nigeria, they were talking about Good Morning Nigeria or Wazobia. Yeah. They were talking about police officers earning 150 per day as their feeding money. That's 50 naira in the morning, 50 naira afternoon and night.
Wow.
That's
50
ridiculous.
Can't even buy soft drink.
Yeah. So the poverty in Nigeria is real. There are people there's a circle with the money, but poverty is here. That's why that's where the mentality is coming from, because they feel, wow, if I cross over all these things will change.
Well, the poverty is real and the ignorance is also real. So
yeah.
if you don't really have a whole lot, you have to also understand that people abroad, it's all relative. Somebody abroad, for instance, your net worth. Okay, unfortunately, you can't find money to eat now, but somebody abroad might actually have a negative net worth, meaning they're owing tons and tons of money because of that crazy credit system. So they might be in more hassle and debt than you are.
Why do they put themselves? Because I read a book of a lady that is saying she never ever wanted to have a credit card and she did it.
I don't blame her.
So why do people even put themselves into that?
No, but in a good way, having a credit card is good for your credit rating. So some people get it just to build their credit rating. And abroad, everything's about credit. You know, it's about credit. To get a house, to get a car, to get your phone, they'll do a credit check on you. And if you have a credit card where you actually pay the money and you're faithful,
and you pay the bill,
as long as you pay.
As long as
the credit system is not a bad idea.
Disciplined when you have a credit card.
Some people are very rich. They have a credit card just so that they see that they're good to have credit. So once they just borrow the money, maybe to buy grocery, and they pay it back immediately, it shows it's a good sign. Okay, this person can give you money for loans, so you can actually use it as security.
So
that's why people
using
get credit cards.
other people's money to actually help yourself. However, there are people that absolutely will stay away from it because they can save. If I want a house, I'm going to save for the house. If I want a car, I'm going to save for it. It's a lot more challenging, but
okay, but in Nigeria, where we have people from Niger that we think are Nigerians because we don't have a biosystem, so that means if a Nigerian should get a credit card, if we had credit card here, he would just borrow and run back to his country, and that's it. That's deep, I understand. Wow.
Yeah, they could run away. But just
Well,
don't come back.
let us know what you think. What was the question again? What do you think about the pressure on Nigerian youth in diaspora to give money from family, friends, especially when they're students? And what do you think about the mentality of Nigerians when it comes to thinking that other people should take care of them? I mean, if you're poor, work hard. People that had the money, they worked hard. But send us a tweet, Cool TV, the blog, on Facebook, at facebook.com/Cool TV, the blog. Send us an email, personal experiences, blog at cooltv.co. Tamuno sends this story via Facebook, so you can also do that on Facebook. And use the hashtag always love to blood.
That was a solo one.
Exactly.
But it's okay.
What happened?
Have that moment.
Everyone kept quiet. I don't know.
No, I thought we're doing the whole love to blood.
Oh,
No,
okay.
she wanted to do the one, but it's
Okay,
okay.
proceed.
Beyonce.
Oh,
Beyonce.
okay. I'm sorry. You know, the Beyonce spirit is so Sasha Fierce.
Sasha Fierce. Yes.
This is still the blog on Cool TV. We're going to go on a very, very brief break. We'll be right back.
With our winner!
Oh, yeah, we're going to announce the competition, too.